I've got
X-plane.
I'm stuck in a building.
a.
Oh man.
I've got a really strong stomach when it comes to motion sickness, and I think through years of playing Sims and racing sims, that I've got good sim legs, and I very rarely got sick in VR.
How do you
But it's
slew?
generally
Wow.
when it's variable frame rates. Like 22 is okay,
It's the Y key.
45 is okay, 90 is okay. It's when
How do you
when
move
it's
once you're in
like
slew mode?
When you
all
have
over
high
the
drops.
place, you get
Yeah.
sick.
Good question.
Sorry.
And the thing with motion
Hold on a
sickness
second,
is
guys.
once
Hold
you
on a
get-
second.
Sorry.
Why? How do you move once you're in slew mode?
I don't remember. I mapped it.
I've
Joystick
got it
to it.
somewhere right in front of me. Hold on.
Well,
It's not
you
working
just
with
turn
it.
off your brakes and press Shift P and get pushed back.
That's
Oh.
true.
Yeah, that's not working.
Yeah.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Crasha. Hey, is that
Yeah, but-
Cajun cacti I just heard?
I think it is. Do you have me?
Hey, there you are. Ooh, an icon just flew by. Oh, perfect.
That was me.
That got me out. That saved my bacon. All right, let's get over here to the runway.
Oh gosh, every plane the switches are in a different direction.
You just materialized out of a building.
You don't look like a diamond to me. You look like an extra.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, I think my plane's borked. No, it just was a
Oh.
master caution. Okay.
So I have a 2070 and a i7 9700K, and the X-plane was really difficult to run with the reverb.
Really?
It was getting 20 to 40 FPS.
Wow.
On a 2070?
Yeah.
What kind of settings? 'Cause the thing I found with X-plane is it's about world objects. If you turn
Yeah.
them down a bit, then, in fact, if you put them down minimal and then just put them up bit by bit until you find the balance.
We got a subscribe. Wolfie2671 with the subscribe.
I can't start this thing.
So,
Sup, John, thanks for all the awesome streams,
thank
but
you,
sorry
Wolfie.
I've been gone for a minute.
no,
Been working on some new certs.
you're
John fly
totally
away,
fine.
John fly away, John fly away.
Thank you for the subscribe. 18 months, Wolfie. That's 2 Twitch babies. Name one of them. Thank
John,
you for
on
the
this plane,
subscribe.
Is up on for the switches or down on for the switches? Because it doesn't say up.
Oh, you're in the
Diamond,
same
right?
plane. Okay.
Yeah, it's up.
I think I used the
We
scroll
got a
wheel, didn't I?
subscribe.
Doesn't want to start.
Control E, baby.
That's cheating.
I know.
You got the
This is LIPB,
open?
Mintox. Lima, India,
what?
Papa Bravo.
fuel tank. Is it open?
Fuel's on normal. Is there another off? Is there a cut-off switch or something?
No, it doesn't. It's automated. It's one of the easiest planes to start, actually.
Well, I'm failing at that.
A Control E is what I've been doing. I haven't been wasting time.
Sod it. Control E. Trouble is, if I click a switch on the honeycomb, it will probably shut off mid-flight.
That Locker airfield is just north of here, huh?
We want to fly down into the canyon for a little bit, so runway heading for a little while, and then turn around and come back. But I
Fly
think you're
south
right.
or
Yeah.
north?
Okay, Hodge Spa and 994 Tells are right here on the runway. I'm just following you guys. Just fly runway heading if you can.
Where's the beta?
Your XB MFX Smurf. Oh, perfect. There's Commander Rokusai in the icon. Oh, snack. Almond Beast. Whoa, dodge Almond Beast. There we go, lift off. Oh, isn't this a beautiful part of the world, guys?
There's a building.
Nice wide valley. It's great.
So
Yeah, I hit the
gorgeous.
building.
This is LIPB Grandolph, yeah. See, so someone said that numpad was for the slew maneuvers. Okay, thank you very much, by Jokesy. Wolfie, I'm just loving this sim. This is it's hard to not do. It's not hard to think about this thing. I wake up thinking about this thing. Let's put it that way.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
It's like, where can I fly next? What would be cool to look at?
Yeah.
But I can't go that far. I still have a job.
Still have it. Yeah, I should have taken the week off of work, but I couldn't because.
Have you checked out that building, the 219-story building, the air?
All right, I'm gonna try autopilot here.
You haven't seen that?
Is there an autopilot in this one?
Should be.
Okay. Oh yeah, there is. I don't know how. I don't know how to sync up the heading though. No, that's a transponder. Hold on. It may not have an autopilot.
Oh, it's the oh, you got the gauge one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't have an autopilot. I'm gonna have to hand fly this bad boy.
John, when you are there at St. Bart's, it looked like you're in a World War I dogfight with all the flags.
It did, didn't it? We got another follow. We got Chaz and Ho HD with the follow. Thank you. These planes trim up very nicely, by the way. Like
diamonds are very easy to fly.
Yeah. It seems like in other sims I've had problems keeping straight and level while hand flying.
The Cub Savage is really nice to trim. And once you've got it within a few feet per second, you can just use the throttle, and then it's just stable for hours.
Yeah, there are a lot of vineyards around here, Sparker. Yeah.
You can fly over Milan. It's not that far.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to going anywhere from here. Wow.
If I go full throttle in this, will I damage it?
There's XB MFX Smurf.
Yeah, if you go above 2300 RPM, it'll start to catch fire.
Okay.
I better bring my throttle back a little bit then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up.
Does all your hardware work? My SciTech panels work. I got my iPad 4 Flight connected. I got my joysticks connected. I got my Xbox controller. What I don't have working are my real sim gear panels, although we learned today that you can disconnect the PFD and the MFD and make them separate windows. And so I can drag those windows onto my PFD for real sim gear and my MFD. So that'll be handy, but the knobs and buttons don't work quite yet.
Do you know
Oh
what I was
gosh.
thinking if
Oh
when you
gosh.
pop those,
Oh gosh.
if you
Oh gosh. No!
CFIT,
No!
CFIT, CFIT. Clunk.
Oh, that's when the cinematography got in the way of flying.
That was a Michael Bay
Terrain.
maneuver. That one.
Man. Clipped a few.
I was just
trees,
thinking
yeah.
when if you could pop out those MFD PFT with their buttons, then you could move them to a touch screen, and
Yeah.
then you'd have the buttons.
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice.
That would be awesome.
What will be even better though is when they actually map the buttons on the real sim gear.
Oh sure.
Oh, you guys are all hugging the river. I'm coming down.
Yeah, the water is weird though. It's like making upward curves and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I think that's where eventually they'll get around to mesh fixes, but I think that Orbex may come in and augment some areas and do some fine tuning of stuff like that, because I even saw some water half pipes over around London and on the Thames.
I bought the add-on pack for Innsbruck, and it's really nice. They redid the whole valley, not just the airport.
Yeah, the Orbex package. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the London and the EGLC from Orbex, and despite what anyone says, and it has been patched since, it's still worth the money.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Something on Sunday night.
I mean, just to get the skyline to look right. I mean, if you're at 5,000 feet, textures don't matter really on
No.
buildings.
Cajun Cacti, your volume's really low, so people might be talking over you. I'm not sure if is he low for everyone or just for me, guys?
Yeah, it's very low.
Okay.
I'm not sure I even heard him.
Yeah, give us a 1, 2, 3, a 10 count, Cajun.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, your microphone.
Very,
It's like you're a
very
little
quiet.
tiny angel on my shoulder whispering in my ear, but I can't hear what you're saying.
He's saying,
Monkey shoulder, monkey shoulder.
Speaking of that, I have a bottle of that sitting right here next to the... I just got a brand new bottle of it. How did you know?
well, I'm drinking already, but that's because I'm British.
And it's nighttime too, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started about 4 hours ago.
Oh, well, I can't drink at 12:49.
12:30 somewhere.
I can
Candy
I
look at me a little strange right now.
So
Yeah.
12:50 is okay, John.
I'll drink at 12:50. Yeah, no. I actually I wouldn't mind pouring a little monkey shoulder for all. Yeah. I would clip more trees then, but it could be good. That could be fun. Isn't this amazing scenery, guys?
It's
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's breathtaking here.
What time of day have you got set? Because I've got a beautiful shadow on the left from the hills on the right.
I got around noon.
Oh, okay.
I added more clouds. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm at 7 p.m. and
Oh
I've
my
just
gosh.
got this
There's
beautiful
a
bloom
s-
of the sunset on the right.
There is a swarm of you right here off my wing. This is fantastic. We got follows.
How cool
yeah.
is this? How cool is this?
6:30. That's incredible.
6:37 p.m. Amazing.
Thank you to Macondo 291 and Meliot with the follows, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to the John Fly Crew Show. Oh, you guys are helping
This
out,
is-
Chazin? Thank you.
This
I
is
was aiming
often
for 7, but I didn't want a John Fly induced stall.
Yeah, John Stahl, yeah.
Scenery stall.
Look at that guy right off my wing. This is like an advertisement for Diamond until he disappears. You get too close, you disappear.
I'm staying quiet because I'm
This is often said in the Discord and in stream chat, but I just want to say thank you to everybody. This is such a nice community.
Amen,
Yeah.
brother.
I just love it so much.
It's always a good
Thank
time.
you all.
Yep.
Who invited you here?
Cajun, that was really light again, so I don't know. Maybe have Cajun's son boost up the volume at some point.
This road over here on my left looks a little interesting. I'd like
I
to
saw
drive
that. It's almost like a NASCAR wall.
Indeed, I do now.
What
By
I
the way, is any of you in California? Because, man, that looks nasty.
oh,
You
the
see
fires.
some cars going upwards on buildings and stuff.
Did someone in here say earlier they're from South Louisiana?
I am.
Where are you from?
Acadiana?
I was born and raised in Shreveport. Half my family's from a meet, Kentwood. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'm Lafayette area.
Good day, Scotland. I forgot how to say the STE. What would you guys call him? Sergeant Scotland, or STE? What would that be? Just he told me
Saint.
once. Saint. Iron Giant TV. No Orbix. This is all default. Denise 737. Good day, Denise. Steven, I gotta remember that guy. Steven. Yeah. I can't believe how well this thing is hand flying. I make a slight turn, and it maintains its altitude, and just.
So I was just trying to work out where everybody was, and they're just like right off my right wing. That's just awesome.
yeah, if I turn around, it's a swarm of bees.
There's
No.
hundreds of them.
You do remember most of the time. I do remember sometimes, but.
Oh man, John, you've got to set your time to like 7, just after 7. It looks amazing.
7 p.
7 p.m. Yeah. What am I right now?
Yeah, it's
I'm 715.
crazy.
Okay. I don't know if my 715 is your 715, but
Yeah, it should be. Well, 1719
I actually do
UTC.
like this right here. I do like a little bit of shadow.
We'll have more shadow if you go to 1719 UTC.
Oh, 5 o'clock then.
Well, UTC, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know, I work in PR, and time zones are one of the biggest pains in the arse in the world for embargoes.
I'm at 5:15 UTC right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5:15, 17:15 looks incredible.
How's the snow look?
Do we want to try snow in the
Although
valley?
we've just gone into full shadow now, so
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up just a little. I just want to see some of the green. I'm at 208 now. Let me get back to chat here for a second. Need a forest fire expansion for MFS. You know, you could sell a forest fire expansion bomber runs as a. Uh-oh, my sim just stopped.
Yeah, mine did that too. Just wait, it should come back.
But where will you guys all be? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Did everyone stop just now?
Yeah.
no,
I
I
did.
was fine.
I had it earlier, yeah.
Oh, and I
Yeah,
just
I
lost
had
all
it
of you.
earlier. Yep.
I just
think
lost
it's led
all of you.
scenery.
John, you've got a gigabit internet, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I have never had any of those troubles. I see streamers having
Oh.
that trouble all the time.
Here we go. There, everyone's back. Back to chat for a second. So if someone could develop a forest fire, you know, and you take a water bomber and you put out a fire, you could sell that in the marketplace and be a millionaire. Anyone here have the Verpal and VKB sticks and have a recommendation with who to go with? I like the VKB Gladiator stick. I think it's pretty good, but if I were going to buy a stick right now, I'd probably get that Airbus stick. What's it called, guys? The TCA?
Yeah,
Or?
it's just
yeah,
the
it's
Thrustmaster T1600 in a
Yeah.
different wrapping, isn't it?
I have that too. I have both. I would go with
Yeah.
Airbus.
But
one.
the
Yeah.
Verpals are proper quality. I think they're
Verpal,
like
a lot of people with
Thrustmaster
Star
Warhol
Citizen use
quality.
Verpal for sure.
But
Yeah,
purple, you gotta.
Purple's great.
There's also those Mongoose as well. They're pretty impressive. And Komodo Simulations as well, if they're still
And
making their stuff.
If we were programmers, we would develop a really cool landing rate that would go to a website and keep rankings and prizes and everything like that and sell that landing rate on the marketplace. And then we'd have all kinds of money to spread around for simmers to get hardware and software. Right? I had a dream that I won the Powerball and I was suddenly had hundreds of millions of dollars, and then you know, we'd come here and fly around Bolzano and I'd give away a Tesla.
John,
that would have been cool.
It's a very pathetic thing to dream that you've won the lottery. I've never done that. I've never had those fantasies.
And you've never texted girls either.
You need to look at
You've
yourself
never-
in the mirror and have
you-
a long talk to yourself.
You've never crashed on a motorcycle, have you? Or texted girls, yeah.
Shut up. I have crashed so many motorcycles, I can't believe I'm still alive.
My very first motorcycle, I crashed pretty hard, and I hit my head on the ground. And if I hadn't been wearing a helmet, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Man, wear a helmet.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Don't
Yeah,
say
wear a
that,
helmet.
but yeah.
Sorry, apologies.
Thank you. Hot 600. We'll just give you hot 6. Hot 6. Oh man,
Yeah,
this is gorgeous.
Sorry to bring it down a bit, but my brother-in-law was T-boned in Poland on an adventure tour, and he went over the top, landed on his head, and survived with just a broken wrist. But he's not the same guy, so you know, if he hadn't been wearing a helmet, he'd have been gone.
Yeah.
So please, please, please wear a helmet.
What city is this, guys? Oh, Matarello. I've never even heard of this. It's huge.
We're close to Venice. It's to the southeast.
Do you want
With Z.
to guide us there, Rokusai?
Sure.
I don't know. I think you're behind me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Oh yeah, because
was
your
watching
icon
it.
can't keep up.
I'm capped at the 100 knots.
Do you know what? This plane was flying so nice that I forgot that I was flying it. I thought I was watching a stream.
I'll take a left here.
You're looking at the VKB or Verpal for DCS and MFS. Okay. Yeah, the Gladiator I had a lot of fun with. There's one Gladiator that has a twist function that you can get away with not having rudder pedals, and then there's a Gladiator that doesn't have it, I think. Or a VKB, I should say, if I recall correctly. Where are you guys flying? I definitely want to join on a flight with you. Hateful. We just took off from Lima, India, Papa Bravo. Is that a runway up there? Let's
Yes.
land. Let's land before we go to Venice.
Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm over it.
Where?
Okay, yeah, I'll circle.
So yeah,
Right where I am.
whatever airport code this is, Mattarello. I don't know if someone wants to look it up. That's where we are. I'm gonna land.
It looks like it's actually a closed airport. It's got X's on the runway, but...
Yeah. Oh, someone's upside down. Steve Scotland like to join also. Yes, please do. I'm on the West server, which is amazing. I'm on the West server, but people flying with me are in Europe.
Yeah, I'm in Holland.
Yeah,
Still
and it's still
thing.
good. Yeah. Is this LIDT? 94 Tails, thank you. And 94 Tails landed already.
I've got like 170, 180 millisecond ping, and I haven't seen any jankiness.
Nope, me neither.
That's
It's
really
amazing.
good.
Absolutely amazing.
I didn't think that we would have this visual experience multiplayer with awesome default aircraft this early in the year. This is fantastic. Oh,
In the
it
water
looks
next to the runway.
so good.
Oh, I got shared cop. Sorry, apologies. I'm sorry, John. I keep doing that.
You'll get rid of the habit once I just keep on you,
keep
right?
smacking me, I'll forget it. Yeah. But shared cockpit in this is going to be something.
Oh man, yeah. Jimmy
When we
De
get
Silva
some
with the follow, thank you.
PMDGs.
Jimmy De Silva. What plane are we flying? I'm in a Diamond, a DA-40, but not G1000. This runway's closed in the real world.
Yeah, seems to be.
I'm definitely doing a low approach here.
It was open last year. So that's
Ooh.
probably Corona.
Oh,
No, one end of the runway is only closed. It looks like the other end's open. All right, I'm staying in the pattern for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm touching down on the water.
Oh, you can do that in an icon.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can watch some of you guys land down. Russians down. Hodge is coming down.
I enjoyed
Got
missing the
Racher.
runway.
Smurf's coming down. High flying pilot. Or Scotty, Zadelis, Tylenol. Man, we got a crew. It's like a rodeo.
World's most expensive motorcycle gang.
Exactly.
Looks like a convoy.
Instead of Sons
Yeah,
of
who-
Anarchy, it's Brothers of John Fly.
Snack Brothers.
Our
Sons of Angle of
Snack
Attack.
Brothers. That's what the new Netflix series is called. Snack Brothers. Are accelerated stalls modeled? I don't know. I haven't done an accelerated stall. But what I
would
can
say extreme. I would say edge flight model characteristics are not modeled in the way that you think they are so far, which is why helicopters aren't in it.
My son did do the C-172 and it did stall. He did do it.
Yeah, I was listening. I think it was the Candorist saying that the
JP?
Cessna stalls very realistically, but every other plane stalls exactly like the Cessna. So it's like they've modeled the Cessna very well, and then just, you know, for the sake of getting the sim out, which I completely understand, that stall characteristic is across every plane. Which is understandable. These are default planes. We've got to remember that. I mean, we're looking at this thing going, wow, isn't it amazing? We're still flying default planes.
Yes, we are. And not many outside of the Zebo. I don't fly too many default planes in any sim. And the Zebo's not necessarily default, although it kind of is.
Yeah,
John,
but the
should we try to line up behind you to get a group shot here? If you look behind you, it's awesome.
Oh, it's so
Where's
gorgeous.
Josh? What's his gamer tag in the doodah?
And the thingamajig.
And the thingamajig. Yeah.
I thought it was always bits and bobs.
All right, go. Wow, this is amazing. Oh, Tylenol's coming
Right,
in.
The next person who says this is amazing gets a hot 600.
Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing.
This
This
is
is amazing.
This is incredible.
Hot garbage.
Oh, I just stalled.
Oh man, there's so many people out there on the forums saying that this is crud, you know? And it's like, come on, man.
Oh,
They're called
But then, you know, they're
Iteration, like what?
people who possibly don't understand just how complex this sort of thing is.
their mama just didn't hold them enough.
dropped under her head.
Yeah. But then again, all of us who reply to them, they get a point, right? In the
Yeah, they
in
love
the
it.
game, they get a point.
Mm.
All right, I'm doing one more pass, and then I'm headed to Venice. How far away is Venice?
Oh, you haven't even landed. Okay, right.
40
Oh.
miles, I think.
I don't know how to land.
We're all landed here, sir.
I know. I couldn't land
You
because I
just
was.
slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yeah. Well, the thing about landing is that I couldn't land when it had a big X. All I did was low approaches and touch and goes. But now I'm gonna come right at you guys. Oh, Scotty, this is chicken. All right, here we go. This is a cool little nugget airport that we found. The runway followed
So-
contours.
I'd really
Ooh,
love
bounce,
you to go
bounce,
to,
bounce, 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 bounce.
I'd really love you to go to Boaks in Switzerland. LSZC. I think you'd love that place.
I'm going into the grass.
Throw out the anchor.
Oh, it even models this grass sound. My brakes aren't working, guys. I got no brakes. I'm just gonna
You're
go
on
have.
the
I'm gonna go
grass.
have some spaghetti over here.
So I'm assuming that if
There's some good pasta in that hotel in the distance, John.
The problem is can I taxi in the field? Yeah, I can. Okay. Sorry, how far away is Venice?
50 miles.
Okay. All right, everyone want to line up on this side of the runway? I don't know. It's got to be the north side of the runway, right? The north? We'll do another group takeoff.
I'm facing north, so I'm confused.
Well, I'm pointed south, and I'm at this end of the runway. I am streaming, by the way, so you can see where I am if you tune in. Twitch.tv/John.
Just follow the Russian here.
Follow the Russian. The grass looks so cool. It does look cool. Yeah. Duder's still hanging. Duders, are you going to group fly with me sometime soon?
Come on, Val.
The
get in
original
there.
Cub group flight king is right there, Val dudes. He,
Val, come on, Val. Get in.
yep.
I mean, if anyone's going to give us the right soundtrack for this flight, it would be Val.
Mm-hmm. I would play one of his songs right now that I caught, but there's a portion of his mix that gets whacked.
Is it a little rude? Are you, John? I see Zadalus.
Everyone's here but Crasha.
As usual. And I haven't even crashed this time.
Everyone's lining up. This is beautiful.
I'm following everybody.
Don't get too close to the one in front of you. That way I can see all of you modeled. That's perfect.
Oh. I don't like the trim in this.
Too slow.
It's too slow, but if you
yeah,
hold
no,
it, it
it's
suddenly
good.
goes vertical or fall down.
Yeah.
Whoa, Crasha, what are you doing? Slewing?
No, I'm flying. Just very badly.
It was like that was a cool crab you were doing. How do you turn on tags in multiplayer? I believe it's under.
It's in
General-
options, general, and then traffic.
Okay, say that one more time.
Options, general, and then traffic.
Options, general, and traffic. You'll find that label. I would be in right now, but busy around the house. Well, I'm glad you could tune in, because it would be fun to do a little cub flight with you sometime. How do you... Yeah, so you got that. Jimmy De Silva says, for a game just released, there aren't any serious issues I'm aware of. They've even done a lot of small features really well, and both are enjoyable for the people new and to the real-life pilots. Absolutely. I mean, you're getting hardcore simmers and people who've never flown just loving this thing. It's really... I've never before in my entire life seen flight sim kind of as the main... What's the word? The main buzzword right now in the gaming...
The zeitgeist.
The zeitgeist, the buzzword in the gaming industry. Look at all of these fine folk. Holy snuckalips.
It's like I said in the Discord, you know, right now, if we get 1 million people to play this game, and then we get down to just a few 100,000, that will have expanded the hobby exponentially for where it is now.
Yeah, yeah.
And the developers will come in, and it will be a benefit for aviation, real life aviation in the future as well.
Oh yeah. Well, they were talking about this the other day, that the people that are seeing this sim now, it's changing their mind as to what to do for a career. Unfortunately, in the human malware environment, pilots hired right now is a little low, but in the future, get your training in now.
I mean, this sim has even been featured on BBC News, and they never... I mean, like mainstream headline news, it's never been featured. They don't feature anything unless it's somebody being shot in the face.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wait just a couple more minutes here for everyone else to line up. This is fantastic. I think bounce get off is in the pattern. All right, so we're gonna follow the valley down to Venice. Is that where we're going, or do we need to get up to altitude and do a certain heading?
Let me see.
Looks like Tylenol leading us.
I've been really enjoying the bush trips as well. They're really good fun, but make sure you go into options and assign a button for repair and refuel, because you'll get halfway through one and run out of fuel, and there's no way of filling up.
I thought my ForeFlight would grab me, but it's not grabbing me right now. My geolocation. It's weird.
Oh, what time is this? This looks beautiful.
Okay, we're going to take off in 30 seconds, so guys, get ready.
20 to 8 local. It's just like terracotta roofs and golden clouds.
Okay, put in your flaps if you need them. Flaps if you got them. Has Logitech updated their software? I'm using a program called Spad.next. Jimmy says I think it's the first consumer game where they literally rebuilt the entire world, so surely newsworthy. Yeah. Nuttin, hello. Hateful's now joining us. Geralder, have a question about your SciTech panels. Yes, I am using Spad.next. Yep. Spad.next, baby. And I don't have the stutter bug that everyone else has. Okay, guys, full throttle. Going.
If you're on the taxiway, watch out.
You just sped over.
My goodness.
But even that, being able to hear the other traffic, which I know POSCON's been doing, but I wouldn't even, no offense to POSCON, but you know, until it's much more advanced, I wouldn't have bothered with that.
We got a subscribe. Boss Bud Gaming with a subscribe.
Hi, John.
Boss Bud, how you doing? Thank you for the 6 month. Thank you for the subscribe, Boss Bud. Ooh, nice turn there, Hodge. I look forward to group flying with Boss Bud. David is here. Max, are you gonna group fly with me soon? Or if I'm gonna group fly with you. There's the word on the street, boys and girls, is there's going to be a BMJ show, Brad, Max, and John Hodgecast, very soon. Cool. That's awesome.
From my viewpoint right now, with all these people in front of me and behind me, I feel like we need sound clips from Convoy.
There you go. Avia 534, you flew over an Air Force museum near Dayton. I've been to that Air Force museum. I used to go to Dayton for the ham radio convention, but used to go to Hara Arena, and then I'd go to the Wright-Patterson. Isn't it Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is the Dayton Museum?
Yeah.
Static aircraft display looked nice from the air, but comical from the ground. Best to stay in the air. Best to go in person. Amazing in-person experience. Fun.
Quick question.
Yep.
In the TBM 930, how do you change your squawk code?
There's XPDR or XPNR on the left.
Right. Side of the PFD.
You click on that, click on code, then
Yep.
type in the numbers.
Yep. But if you can't see XPDR, then you're in a sub menu already, and you need to back to the main.
Back. Yeah, click back until you get.
It was a big hamfest, Sparker. It used to be. I used to go regularly, and it was 35,000 hams all in one place, all nerds. Ham radio has really taken a back seat for me ever since I got into this stupid flight sim in 2015. It's really interfered with the rest of my life.
Matt, if I told my wife how much money I've spent on this and how much money I actually want to spend on this, and you remember that Discord?
She's listening to you right now, right? I can see her.
Yeah.
Her just cracked open the door.
I posted that my pedals broke about 2 weeks ago. Properly broke. I'd had them for 15 years. The Sci-Tech ones, they were really good.
Oh yeah.
I bought the Thrustmaster TPRs, which are not cheap, but they are gorgeous. She's back from working away tomorrow evening.
Well,
I am dead.
It was nice flying with you, Crash.
Can I have your FSC?
I'll tell you right now, Max loves the CH pedals, baby. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to have a really, really good experience with pedals, buy the CH pedals and then go buy something else. And you're going to love whatever that something else is.
MFGs are the best, I think.
Yeah, I have MFG Crosswind.
The Sci-Tech pedals I had were really good, but I had them for 10 plus years, and I have had a Sci-Tech Quadrant for 10 plus years, and I bought a second Sci-Tech Quadrant recently, which was made by Logitech, and it was rubbish. So I don't feel like I can really say that the current Sci-Tech / Logitech stuff is any good. I mean, it might be, but my experience is that the quality between the Sci-Tech Quadrant I had and the Logitech Quadrant I had, very cheap and nasty.
Hard for me to I haven't liked any rudder pedals besides the MFGs, but I was picky. And again, I've been using the Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS for 4 or 5 years now, and I won't go with anything else.
I had a brilliant deal on eBay where I got 2 Thrustmaster Warthog sticks, where somebody had bought them for Star Citizen. Where people have 2 sticks, but they realised that the left one, that they're both right-handed sticks. So I managed to get 2 sticks for the price of 1 with no throttle, and I've extended one for helicopter flight and used the other one for gliders. They are fantastic, but I don't have the throttle, and I am quite jealous or a bit upset that I don't have the throttle.
Third wife will allow it. Let me talk to Commander Rokusai. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you here, Rokusai, still?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
So where tell everyone where you're from, what you do, what you want to volunteer, a little bit about yourself, a little bio.
Oh, cool. I'm from Holland. born and raised. I'm a theater technician actually, so I do the lightings and audio at theater shows. And
That's cool.
I'm 33 years old. Have a girlfriend and having a blast with simming.
That's really, really cool. I appreciate you joining. I have a question for you. Do you
Sure.
attribute the fact that your country is, out of all of the European countries besides, well, all the non-English speaking countries, your country has speaks the best English, as well as
Yeah.
2 or 3 other languages. Do
I agree to that.
do you attribute that to the law that they came out and they weren't going to subtitle movies and television for a while? Or people watched movies and that helped them, or is it an academic thing? What do you attribute to the?
It's both. It's
Is it?
TV subtitles. It's also education because lots of elementary schools already start English in what you would call 8th grade.
Okay,
So,
junior high here. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I spent some time in your country when I lived in Germany and I was working all over Europe, and every once in a while the Marriott Hotel there in Amsterdam would have me come and visit for the week and do some technical support and some training and this, that, and the other. And I was always shocked at how prevalent 2 or 3 or 4 languages is amongst your citizens, and everyone's English was spot on. Now in Germany and France and Spain and Italy and elsewhere, all of the American or British movies and television are all subtitled. Or not subtitled, they're voiceovered.
Yeah, that's right.
They're
Except in Holland.
voiceovered in their native tongue, whereas you
Yeah.
guys watch them in the original tongue. So,
Yeah, I think that really helped.
yeah.
I think the country was very much forward thinking in its language development, and especially also if you imagine like higher educations, by default you have to do Latin as well and French or Spanish, either one of them.
It's very impressive. The other thing I was shocked at is the amount of bicycles I saw everywhere.
Yeah, bicycles everywhere, dude.
I saw bicycles everywhere. I saw people that had to have been 70 or 80 just riding down the street with their groceries in and everyone's very active. And really it seems like as a general rule you're very fit and healthy, and that's amazing. Unfortunately, your country's going to be underwater in a couple centuries, but I loved it while I was there. Those dams
We'll see about that, but
those dams, you're pretty low, aren't you?
Yeah, we're about 40 feet below mean sea level.
Yeah. The engineering.
I'm on the coast. I'm actually on the coast, so I probably will be dead first, but you know.
Well, you live in
knowing you, man.
a beautiful country, and
We need a bigger boat.
Yep.
Yeah, but to attribute to the water problem, the dams that you have in the United States are mostly based on Dutch waterworks, because we had a lot of floodings in the 30s and the 40s. So
you guys perfected the technology and then we used it?
Yeah,
That's
our
nice.
king is the main administrator of waterworks in Europe, I think, or even
Just like China.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very cool. Well, do you have any questions for anyone in the chat room, in the chat, on Twitch chat, or in the Discord? You can ask anyone anything.
What gets people into the sim or simming in general?
Okay.
John Fly.
Cajun, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
What? Oh, your microphone's loud now. So Rokusai is asking, what got you into the simming? Cajun.
Well, for me, it was actually Commodore 64 way back when FS first came out, Flight Simulator.
I remember that.
Then way I came back into it is my son found the disc and wanted it loaded. And he was 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he started getting back into it, and just to kind of add everything to it is he's now private pilots, has commercial license and everything, and he's actually one flight away from his CFI. So
Awesome.
that's how
cool.
how I got into it.
It's very, very cool. And I've met he and his son. We met in Vegas. Yeah, back long time ago. Mustafa with the subscribe.
We got a subscribe.
Thank you, Mustafa. 15 months. You want to see John Fly's dancing skills? Or ask John about his dancing skills. I tell you what, you give me some Patron and I can dance like no other. And it gets even better with the fourth shot of Patron. But anyway, thank you guys. We're on US West server, by the way. Thank you, Mustafa. So moving down the list, Crash a Distal, how did you get into simming? You're a real world as well.
No, I'm not, unfortunately. I always wanted to be. It was my dream when I was at school. My careers officer told me I needed to do something other than sciences. I was focused on sciences to get into a corporate program for an airline, and they said no, you can't do that. Anyway, by the by, turned out my eyesight at the time was a problem. It's not a problem anymore. They've changed the rules, so I feel like I missed out. So not being on a graduate program for an airline, I was into flight sims. I think my first flight sim was on the ZX81. I don't know if you guys had that, even know what that computer is.
Don't know that one.
No, Spectrum ZX81. Look it up. But yeah, I've probably flown every Microsoft Flight Simulator since I got into X-Plane at
Moose, you're
9.
echoing us. Not sure if you have headphones on or not.
Yeah, I've been flight simming because I couldn't get into a real world career at the time.
Very cool. That's
And
good.
then it was
That's
too late, or I
unfortunate
didn't have enough
timing.
money.
You know, I think many of us, if we could go back, we'd do things a little bit differently. I certainly would have. I certainly would have started flying much sooner than I just did. I didn't do it until I was married and in my mid-20s, and my dad being a private pilot, I should have jumped on it when I was much younger.
Yeah, but who's got the money? You know, particularly in Europe. I think in America it's a little bit easier, maybe. Maybe wrong there.
It's
but
definitely
also,
not cheap, but it's not as it's like a third of what you guys pay. It seems like we were talking about that earlier.
But I have the job I have now because the guy who was in the job at 40 got the opportunity to get a grant to go and be a commercial pilot, and he now flies Logan Air from Glasgow to Barrow. You know Barrow, the beach landing in Scotland.
Yeah. Hey Justin, are you here in the Discord, Justin?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, how'd you get? Rokusai's asked how'd you get into simming? And yeah.
Oh, how did I get into simming? Well,
that Iron Condor simulation. Sorry, go ahead.
Originally, one of my grandmother's friends was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, and he built a kit plane, a Glass Air, and he would take me flying when we would go visit. And he was the one that told me about Flight Simulator X, FSX, and that's what we got. And then I started playing it, and it was a lot of fun.
Been here ever since.
Probably 2011-ish.
Okay, yeah. Very cool. Mustafa, how did you get into simming? I've heard this story before, but others haven't here.
Let me change something here real quick. There we go. I got into flight sim in junior high. I think I just stumbled across it. It was actually a A10 attack simulator from way back when. I think maybe even on the Mac.
I remember that one from Nova Logic.
Yeah, way back then. It was actually A10 Cuba was the one that I was doing. I don't know if it's the same one, but yeah. And I actually discovered that how I knew I wasn't really into the whole military aviation as much as I was civil aviation. I ended up having more fun figuring out how to schedule the C5s that were in that game to do like flight runs to different airports around the Guantanamo Bay, Cuba base thing. And eventually got a Hornet simulator that came out shortly after that one, and that was pretty cool. and then discovered Microsoft Flight Sim 95, really right as 98 was coming out. And so my first real sim for Microsoft was 98.
Mm.
And I've been into Flight Sim ever since. I actually took flying lessons when I was out of high school. Ran out of money before I got the PPL because my car died. But I did my solo cross countries, and that was just super fun.
Very
And
cool.
I would love to go back and finish it at some point. But yeah.
Now, I'll move on for that question for a few others, but before I do, isn't it true that you're into rescuing homeless people and putting them in your hotel?
I do. I started a nonprofit called Rescue John Fly, and
some of you guys were around during FS Expo in Orlando, and John got stuck at the airport for literally the entire day. Weather was bad. They closed down the airport. Lightning, thunder, this, that, and the other. And I was on standby to begin with. So Mustafa kindly offered me his room back at the hotel, and he had another bed. And I chatted his ear off, and yeah, it was. We'll probably still talk about that 5 years from now. You little rescuer, you.
It was actually one of my highlights for Expo, just being able to get to hang with you a little bit and stuff. But,
yeah, it was really good. It was really fun.
It was fun.
Man.
What's also memorable about that with what we're playing now too, that was the day. I mean,
they
just hours
announced
after
it. Yes.
Was they announced this?
That
and we all
day.
went, what?
We were like, why aren't you here?
Yeah, and now
we
here
forgive
it is.
them now. It's all forgiven. Microsoft.
Right.
All right, we got Scotty P. Oh, Rick popped in. Rick, are you here?
Yeah.
How did you get into Flight Sim? Is what Rokusai is asking us all.
Commodore 64, and I've had every one that they've ever made.
That's awesome. I had a Commodore 64. I had an Atari. But I didn't get into Flight Sim until the Mac in '86, the Macintosh, and I had version 1.0 for the Mac. I just talk about it all the time. There's even an emulator for it that I downloaded and flew it on Sim. It was pencil, line drawings, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you flew out of Meg's Field.
Yeah.
Which is now gone, but
because of that dang mayor.
If Mex ever makes it, I'm all over it.
How many pilots are gonna curse Mayor Daley, even after they die? For taking out MiGs, yeah.
Me.
Yep. Scotty P, how did you get into Flight Sim?
Oh man, as a kid, I always had a thing for flying, and actually got my PPL back when I was like 18 years old. I think the biggest thing was the Microsoft back in the 90s flight simulator. Flying that for a while. Then recently, just watching your streams a couple years ago, got me into X-Plane.
And you're
that's
pretty.
Where I've been so far.
Yeah, I don't miss X-Plane right now, but we'll go back.
I know. I thought I wouldn't like this as much, but here I am.
We'll go back. Well, Tylenol, how did you get in?
I mean, I've always been into flight sims, but it wasn't until I checked out Twitch and saw you guys streaming and the ortho and all that stuff, and I got hooked. Been hooked since.
You post some really amazing screenshots in the Discord. You really do.
I appreciate your Discord.
Yeah. And I often want to comment, but I'm like, I'm not going to take away from the picture. I'm just going to put a little emote up there and saying, I like it. I like it.
That's all good. I just post them to post them. It's all that matters.
Well, thank you for being a longtime friend of me and others and in the community. It's awesome, dude. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I'd like to... I didn't meet you at Expo, did I?
No, I didn't make it.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to have to buy you a cold one. Root beer, milk, Patron.
Yeah, if you're ever up in Seattle.
I need to get up into Seattle area for a couple other reasons, but yeah, I can crash on your floor, right?
Absolutely.
Hey guys,
Awesome.
direct east after this valley is straight towards Venice.
Okay, direct east after this valley.
Through the windmills.
Zed Ellis, how did you get into Flight Sim? If you're here.
Kind of the same as everybody else. Had the old Atari computer before the game system, in like '83. I was 6, and I couldn't figure it out. And then when the Apple II came out, I kept playing it, and my dad saw how frustrated I was getting because I didn't understand aerodynamics. And a friend of his flew planes for Barksdale Air Force Base, and I I got to use their flight simulator when I was like 7, so that was kind of cool.
Very
And
cool.
always been into simming. I've done a few lessons, did one solo, but never finished or kept my license current. And then I've played every one of them ever since. It's just been always therapeutic for me.
Isn't
Love it
that
very
true?
much.
That's a very good phrase. I come down here. Well, it depends on the moment and the situation and how well behaved you guys all are in chat. It's very therapeutic. It lowers my blood pressure. BZDO
Sorry
BZDO Auric. We're flying in the. What's the name of this valley, guys? We started off at LIPB, Lima India Papa Bravo. We went past whatever that airport was that we did the touch and goes, but we're in. I don't even know. Are we still in Italy? I'm assuming we're still in Italy. And
Yeah.
we're if we bring up the VFR map, and I zoom out.
To the right is Lake Como.
Okay, Lake what?
Como.
Como, and the airport code is LIJX. Right to the, and then wait, which way are we going now?
We're turning left.
Turning
Direct
left east.
And we're flying over Milan straight to Venice.
Okay, so do we turn left before the windmills or after the windmills?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, because I'm too low to turn before the windmills. All right, I think that's everyone. I got to move on to the next person. What were you saying, Krasha?
No, I was just saying that calling back to what the previous speaker was saying about anxiety or depression. You know, flight sims for me are my zen zone. They really are.
And I think that's what I was saying the first day I was flying this on stream, which was last Friday night. And I kept saying the phrase, this feels illegal. It really does. It feels so good that it should be illegal. Or it shouldn't be illegal, but they outlaw a lot of fun stuff these days, right? All right.
I was going to say real quick, last night my son, this is Ed again, he's 5, or 6, just turned 6. He couldn't put the controller down last night. I let him play in the Xbox controller, and he just stood in front of the computer for about 2 hours, crashing over and over again with this giant smile on his face.
Wow.
So, awesome.
Made happy. Kind of came full circle.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm turning east now. I don't know. Rokusa, I'm going to follow you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, how east do we need to go?
Direct east.
East?
East,
okay.
east. As east as you can go.
90. Okay.
You know, in one of the Q&As, they asked him if it was a simulation or a game. And I guess the head designer looked at him and said, you know, we just look at it as a platform.
Yeah, it's both,
what,
for sure.
and what people do with it is, you know, makes them happy. They don't care.
It's totally a game, and it's totally a sim. It's both.
Yeah.
It's
Right
whatever
now,
you want it to be.
right now, it is a game. Right now, it's a game.
Oh, I'm simulating flying in Italy right now, though.
That's true, but the rest will come. I feel certain the rest will come.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
but I think calling it a platform is what's important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I think I passed you, Commander, but Tylenol's ahead of me, so he probably...
I'm dodging trees here.
I bet you that airport, over there, the marker, that's probably it, huh?
N87 UP? The answer is yes.
The answer is yes,
absolutely
exactly.
right.
Star Lugo, hello. Let's see, is this a group flight or open? This is open multiplayer. Yeah, I haven't figured out the group thing. They're going to teach, you guys are all going to teach me how to do the group thing. The bad thing about the group flying is that if I don't catch someone, then it's hard to, I like people stumbling across the group of flyers. You know, if someone comes to the chat and they're not in the group, they can just figure out where we are and join. That's kind of nice. Whereas I'd have to stop flying and add them to the group. You know?
At the moment, without plane-to-plane collisions, I can't see any reason to create a group.
It might be kind of fun if it did get out of hand, though. If it got a little bit crazy and you wanted to...
You can only see so many 747s fly over a general aviation airport.
Yeah.
Very true.
clouds here look fantastic. I'm gonna trim up my
Man,
aircraft
and
a
there
little
was
bit.
me about to load up in the 747 as well.
Anyway, Justin, tell everyone where you're from, and what do you do, as much as you can divulge.
Sure.
What's the last four of your? No, what's the last digit of your social security? No, just kidding.
I'll give you my bank account, but my social's off limits.
Okay, all right, that works.
John, can I just say, please set your time to 8 p.m. It looks amazing.
8 p.m. All right, go ahead, Justin.
I spent my first decade as a human in Omaha, Nebraska, and my second decade now, working on my third, is in South Louisiana. And I am a technology specialist specializing in computers, computer imaging servers. I work on gas detection systems for the oil field.
Oh, wow.
And offshore platforms.
That's quite a, yeah. You ever heard of a company called Transocean?
I sure have.
Their stock's cheap right now. Of course, oil's an interesting thing, but yeah, continue, please. Sorry, where did you say you're from again?
Partly Omaha, Nebraska, and partly South Louisiana.
Okay. Nebraska and Louisiana,
And,
two very different places.
What city
Very
in
different.
South Louisiana?
What's that?
What city in South Louisiana?
Lafayette.
Okay. I'm
You're right.
from
It's
Baton Rouge.
Milan, by the way.
He's from.
What was that, Cajun?
Yeah, Cajun's from Louisiana.
I'm from Baton Rouge.
Oh, Baton Rouge. Yep, I visit there often. Yep.
And I'm from Shreveport, so we got 3 Louisiana guys in here.
Cajuns all over. So where do I go from here, guys? This is Bosco Mantico.
Yeah, what's the airport code again?
Where do I want to head? Do I want to go south? 180?
No, you want to go east to LIPZ.
Still
That's
east.
Venice.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's all the way to
due
the
east?
coast there. Yep.
Okay. All right, Justin. So, gas detection, that's pretty cool stuff. Are you enjoying it?
I really enjoy what I do. Yeah. I'm looking for other opportunities.
Twitch streaming?
No, I really do want to be a pilot, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find a job with my skills that is going to, where I can budget and actually.
So IT aviation related, do you think? Or
No, in South Louisiana, the oil field is the biggest industry we have, and it pays really well if you work offshore.
so
in the Gulf of
flying
Mexico.
choppers.
yeah.
Actually, I have a few buddies who hated that. They absolutely hated their lives when they flew helicopters offshore. So.
Not much scenery in between land and the platform. And a little dangerous too.
It's very dangerous. They get paid well though.
Yeah. Well, a couple
I
different.
did 2 rotations as a cook offshore 15
yeah?
years ago, right when I was starting out. That's what I do for a living. That was interesting.
Do you still work offshore?
No, I did my summer, made my money, and vowed to never do it again.
Yeah.
It was the whole. I don't know. It's tough. It's just not. I think it's just tough.
It's a young single man's line of work.
It's a way to save up a lot of money and quickly, I imagine. You found us, Boss Bud? Awesome. Bill Forelli. How you doing, Bill? I want to group fly with you as well, Bill. Please. This is too easy to group fly. Max 6 people per group? Oh, I didn't know that.
Is there an autopilot in this?
In this, no. Unfortunately, I've been hand flying the whole freaking time.
In one version there is.
Damn it.
Yeah, in the real world, I'm sure there's at least a heading hold.
The NG and the TDI. I think the NG has it and the TDI doesn't.
Yeah, the DA40 NG does. Yeah, that definitely has it. All right, so let me just back up here a little bit. Justin, go ahead and Ask anyone in the Twitch chat room or on Discord a question. Anything. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be about flight sim either. It can be anything.
Was it truth or dare?
Anything. It's an open book.
John, I love this format. This is great.
Yeah. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
I am.
I only wear women's underwear for comfort. Okay.
Yeah. Very comfortable.
All right. Well, let's start with John. If you had a very sizable bank account, like $250,000, $500,000.
$500,000, let's call it. Okay.
What kind of business would you start?
Ooh, nice.
That's a really good question. If I had $500,000 and I had to put it all into the business,
daycare.
Snack Air would be real.
this makes sound kind of odd, but I would actually need $2 or $3 million for some of the business ideas that I have. So I honestly would turn to the guy that's right in front of me on the screen, Iron Condor Simulations. He has taught me about stock option trading, and I would probably take that $500,000, and with his help and others, I would probably turn that into 2 or 3 within a year or 2 or 3, and then I'd go start my business. Because he's really taught me a way of doing stock options safely and securely and defined risk, and I used to stream it, but people were bored with it, but that's what, and then as far as the businesses are concerned, I would probably as much as I would love to be a VAR in the computer industry, just for fun, not a VAR, a value added reseller.
Gotcha.
I don't know if any of you guys know Lawrence Systems on YouTube. It's a IT guy, and he just goes out and he helps companies improve technology and installs things, it's not a huge gigantic money maker, but I would enjoy installing Linux and Windows servers and firewalls and access points and optimizing everyone, making people's lives all over the area much simpler from an IT perspective. Oddly enough, gives me joy. So yeah, I'd like to be a VAR, but it's not a money-making venture. But the stock options are. All right, there you go. Cajun Cacti, $500,000. What would you do for starting a company? If you're still here.
Probably buy a plane for my son and let him start either a business as a charter or training, one of the two.
Ooh, I like that. It could be his dedicated CFI plane for a little while to build up the hours. I like that.
If you need flight lessons, call me.
Yeah, his son's going to be a CFI here very shortly. So he'll probably get a discount from his son too. Iron Condor Simulations, bingo. I was waiting for that answer. Yeah, you hear me. Yeah, you hear me. And I bet you'd help me too. But yeah, that was the answer.
Hey, Cajun, you're here in Arizona, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so am I.
Crash a Distal, $500,000, business, go.
Can I have 2 answers?
Yes.
Okay. Real world, I would throw all of it at my wife's business that she's trying to set up, which COVID has buggered. Excuse the language.
Buggered's okay in the U.S.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It really is. As far as I'm concerned, I don't. I can even handle the other BL word. In the States, it's different, but yeah, go ahead.
She's a registered nurse, but she also does all the Botox and the lip fillers and all that stuff. And of course, COVID has put pay to that. For me, a business, I've always wanted to buy like an old stables or something. And convert that into a place where people could bring project motorcycles or project cars. So each stable is a little locked away little workshop, and then we have, as a business, all the expensive tools and the expertise, because my family are all automotive. So, yeah, you could like
You
come
could turn that
down.
into a reality show right there. I can already see it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you come down. We have your bike. You come down for 2-3 weeks. You do a bit of work yourself, and then for the rest of the year, we get it back up to an agreed stage until the next time that you come down and you want to do a bit more work.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
They could work for planes as well, but I don't think 500,000 would do it.
No. Am I still on the right heading?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I need to probably go up in altitude.
I'll be honest, I've no idea where I am now.
Mustafa, 500,000. Business start. Go.
So if I was going to start a business with 500,000, I would probably, it'd probably be some kind of a computer build, upgrade service, kind of thing like that. That's always brought me a lot of joy in building computers, fixing computers, upgrading computers, and especially when you can kind of go ham and not have to worry about your own system. But I think that would be a lot of fun to build kind of just have a store where I could just,
So if you and I put our million together, then we could do the VAR together.
See, there you go.
See?
There you go.
Mike and John's.
Mike and John's.
Very
and
cool.
I can run a little motel service for John Fly just in case on the side.
Exactly. I like it. The other thing I would, it just dawned on me, I would probably get into, I'd probably start an iPhone app company. I'd hire 12 developers, and we just make apps that people just want to buy one time and use for 6 months and then go away and then come back and buy our next one. Anyway, I digress. Rick, what about you? 500,000 business go.
Oh, man. This point in my life, I wouldn't even think about it. I'm over and done with all that.
It's
I'm
half $500,000 stream dono to the Global Sim Alliance. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And I tell you, being happily
Do you
retired.
mind me asking how old you are?
I'll be 66 in December. And I watched
You're a
a lot of
whippersnapper.
streaming. Yes, well, I don't feel it. I've come to appreciate a group of streamers and what they do. And one of the gentlemen that I first listened to, he said he was a content creator, and I'm like, dude, you're playing games online. You're not. The content's already been created. You're just, you've got an audience. And but then, in the last year and a half, I've watched guys, and I can see it, that there are content creators.
There's moments that you can create amongst what's been created for us that, create a little, theater.
Yeah, it's for me, it's been a real blessing. I've really enjoyed it. Now, some people drive me crazy, and I just turn them off. And I'm not.
You're not alone. There are many people that John Fly drives crazy, and I respect the fact that well, first off, if someone comes in and I drive them crazy, at least they found me. That's all I'm asking. Just find me once and then turn me off later.
You're the Bob Ross of streamers.
I'm the Bob Ross of streamers. Exactly.
I've always admired you, John, for the way you handle the negativity. Also, Chewy is exceptional at handling people who come in and just give him.
I agree with you that I think that's key, that we just kind of, it's like we got to keep it that therapy, right? That therapeutic time moment, we're not as Grand Theft Auto related over here yet, anyway.
It should be fun, right? You should be fun watching a stream. You should not be annoyed by something.
Yeah. But again, I acknowledge that there are some personalities that are attracted to other personalities. Not attracted, but you know what I mean. They mesh well together, right? And
well, John, all the streams I see, I don't see it that often. Any negativity on your stream.
John,
I try to.
If it wasn't for COVID, I'd be camping on your lawn right now.
You're welcome. I'd even invite you in, and I would make you a nice American meal.
That's your first mistake.
All right, I'd make you some
Going for the squatters' rights.
steak
going
and
on here.
potatoes. Let's
I'm
see.
unfortunately at that point where he just get off my lawn.
Scotty P, Scotty P, $500,000 business go.
$500,000.
Yep.
So I've been into this. I told you this sling airplane. It's a kit. And have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, I did.
So in Torrance, California, there's a guy that builds these planes for these people who buy them. He gets paid to do it. So maybe rent some hangar space in Arizona and have people buy these kits and get a bunch of guys and put them together and get paid to do it.
Are you the type to get your hands in there and just really, grind that metal and work it all? Because I'm worthless in that area. I would be there
That'd be a blast.
For do you need a hand massage, Scotty P?
For the snacks.
Well, actually, the guy in Torrance is hiring right now.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. If we weren't all so far away from each other, to buy some sort of kit plane and get together every
and build it
weekend and just build the damn thing.
Twitch was supposed to build a kit plane with Rush, and that got some traction for a little while, and then unfortunately it didn't pan out. And I was kind of excited to see that plane fly one day, but didn't happen. I like that idea, Sketty. I like him. Timber61, are you here, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Timber61, the helicopter developer himself. How are you, sir? Long time no see.
Oh, Timber, I am prostrate on my knees, telling you how much I love.
Bowing down to the 429.
Thank you so much for giving the community such an awesome helicopter.
Yeah. Timber, if you had $500,000 and you had to spend it on starting a business, what would you do?
I'm too old for starting a new business.
Okay, let me rephrase then.
I'm 68 in December.
68. I would say this then. Okay, you're given $500,000 and you have to spend it on someone else starting a business, but you get to choose the type of business. Any ideas?
No, I want him to convert the Bell 429 to MSFS within 2 years.
He could probably do that for $500,000.
Nah, I haven't even got FS 2020 yet.
Not yet. Yet is the key word, he said, boys and girls. So Timber,
I'll buy it for you.
Timber,
well,
do you remember?
They don't have helicopters.
Yeah, not yet. It's coming. Do you remember when you taught me how to do the ILS into Oakland, California in the 429?
Yeah, that was some time ago.
That was so long ago and so fun ago. That was so fun. Thank you again for teaching me that bad boy. Helicopters are coming. They're coming. But unfortunately, it's going to be a while because I don't think they've. Well, we'll see who's first to market, I guess. But yeah, welcome aboard, Timber61. We got Tylenol with wings, $500,000 business go.
Well, I mean, if I tell you, I'd have to kill you. No, honestly, I mean, I have my own business. I'd probably just invest it in my business and take a vacation. To be honest.
There you go.
So yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
I like what I do. I really enjoy working for myself, having my own company. So
that's really yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I the flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to watch Citation Max while you're at work, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do so. Thank you for the follow. We got Heavy Diesel 6417. Zed Ellis, how about you? $500,000 business go.
I mean, I've been a caterer, chef, restaurant guy for over 20 years, and I think the COVID thing is. I really like being at home, and I don't know what's going to happen with my industry over the next year anyway. It's going to be a bloodbath. But I'd probably be a home chef and do it in a way where you kind of like the meal delivery services now, except you can cook for people and they can, deliver it at their house. And prepared meals, I guess would be the way to say it. That's probably what I do, because then it's like the best of both worlds. I get to do what I love, and I get to be at home.
Mm.
Something I haven't been for a long time. So it's been really nice, and I think that would fulfill 2 goals.
We found our cook, boys. When we rent that house in Vegas, someone's cooking for us.
I'd be happy to.
Wait, we need a bartender too, though.
Yeah, Scotty P, can you handle that, please?
Yep.
It's going to need to be a skyscraper, the amount of people that are going to want to live there.
Yeah. This is
That'd be
beautiful
my
country.
fallback. A year ago, I'd say, "Oh, I'll just open a bar."
Yeah, exactly. Not now, no. Yeah.
No.
Hopefully there comes a time where we can comfortably do all of these ideas that we want to do. You made me spawn a third idea. So first off, the stock options, then the VAR, the computer network, IT VAR, value-added reseller. And then if I made enough money to get out of that, maybe just before retirement, I would actually start and again, this is not COVID-19 friendly, but I would open up a sushi restaurant. Yep.
You got your first
Sushi.
customer here.
Yeah.
John, are you going the right way?
I'm following Rokusai, so he seems to know.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I don't know what's your heading right now?
Well, the VOR is
Exactly 90.
115.3.
So still 90. He's been saying 90 the whole time. I just was getting behind him. All right, so the VOR is what?
115.3.
Thank you. I'm going to dial that in.
I'm in the back and I saw you turning left. That's why.
Yeah, it's good to question.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you. All right, there's coming 90 now.
Can you not get COVID all over the stream, please? Thank you.
Sorry about that. I couldn't reach mute in time.
It's okay. Your microphone.
Your eyes were closed.
Your microphone needed a little, a little.
Clearing out.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Let's see if I can get back in the plane. And yep, I got VOR
So
deflection.
it's 115 what? Sorry?
3.
15.3. Yep.
Let's see if
Thank you.
let's see if my needle comes in. Should be coming in here soon. Come on. There we go. Wow, imagine that, 90. 90 degrees, like he says. Unfortunately, I don't have a autopilot. Does D? Yeah, D gets the magnetic variation, by the way. If you hit D right now, if you're flying one of these bad boys, it'll resynchronize your compass correctly, so. All right, very cool. Very, very cool. Mustafa, guys, is from California. Give the guys the specifics on you. I know you've told me before, and I know, but tell the guys here in the chat, where are you from? What do you do? What do you want to do?
Well, right now I want to breathe air that's not filled with smoke, so that's not happening. For those of you that are not familiar, California is basically on fire right now, as we typically are this time of year, every year it seems. But it's particularly bad, especially in the valley right now. The smoke has been blown in. We had to cancel our. We've been doing a Sunday night. I work at a local church and as a facility manager, and we had to cancel our outdoor service we've been doing in the evenings on Sunday nights because the air quality is slated to be so bad this coming Sunday. So it kind of stinks, but yeah. So that I live in Fresno, California. I've lived here all my life. Was actually born just down the road in Selma, not because we lived in Selma, but because my parents' doctor moved to Selma, and they were silly enough to drive all the way down. It's like a 40-minute drive down to go give birth. So that was kind of weird, but all right. But yeah, I've worked as a church facility manager now and technical director for the past probably 11 years, 12 years now. So sounds like John's got a subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, yeah.
With Moose.
Oh, hey, speaking of Fresno, Fresno Jay.
Yeah, 7 months with Fresno, with Moose here too. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for the subscribe, Jay. Appreciate that.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, his son is playing for football for Fresno.
Oh, really? Fresno State?
Yep.
Bulldogs, yeah. So, in fact, we just had built a right next to the church, a new student housing complex that they're trying to fill up, but with COVID, it was kind of making things difficult. So they ended up moving in. I think at least a good majority of the football team is living there, and the volleyball team from Fresno Pacific is there now, and basically a lot of the sports and stuff have moved in there, which is kind of cool. So we got an interesting ministry to the sports guys right next door.
Nice.
Kind of cool. So, but yeah, so that's what I do. I'm an aviation nut, but my job doesn't involve aviation in the least. But I enjoy it. It's a good place to work, and it's a good job. It's never boring. It's different every single day, every week. You're dealing with something different. So
Very cool. And he also streams on Twitch, guys. Many of you have caught his stream. All right, how far away are we from this? Is it Campo di Volo Villa? No, it's not, is it?
It's LIPZ. What's it called?
14.
It's 14 miles away, approximately, from where you are.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Very cool. Question for anyone in chat or Discord, Moose? Any
let's
question?
see. Question for anyone in chat and Discord. Crash and Distill, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Well, that depends if it's an African swallow or a European swallow, and
good answer.
Whether it's lifting a coconut or not. You
It's a bloody
Monty
coconut.
Python bugger.
God, I love my Monty Python.
Oh man, I am absolutely delighted by that question.
We actually, for my stream, we've added a couple different commands now, and one of them is the "No one expects the Spanish Inquisition" and sort of things. So yeah.
Do you know what? I've watched a lot of Monty Python again recently, and it is so current.
Yeah.
So current.
Stuff like that doesn't really ever go out of style.
No,
It's
no.
just,
Surrealism never goes out.
No,
but also
that's not.
satire never
Yes,
goes out.
satire never does.
You know how
My
every
buddies and I,
every
when we're all
human.
together. Oh, go ahead, John. Sorry.
I was just gonna say every human has flaws, right? Every one of us has flaws. One of my flaws, I do not like Monty Python.
You do not like Monty Python?
No.
How do I
That's fine. That's
how
fine.
how do I unsubscribe?
I admit it. I admit that it's a flaw.
I just nosedived.
I realize it's a cultural faux pas, but no, not a fan.
No, to be honest, I can kind of see that, and I feel like I know you, even though I don't know you.
Spend a little bit of time,
So
yeah.
I kind of understand that, and that is not a bad thing. It's just that, you know, Monty Python is in a world of surrealism, and I can get why people don't like it.
Yeah, but there's several fine productions that your countrymen have produced, and women I absolutely love several of them. I'm not into the Doctor Who either, but
Me either.
well,
Yeah,
Don't
me
get
neither.
it. Don't get it. I feel like it's a children's program, and I don't understand it.
yeah. The original Office was great. Huge scandal emerging from the John Fly camp this Saturday. Huge scandal. Yeah. Yeah.
John Fly confesses he doesn't understand surrealism.
There. By the way, I'm not a fan of the profanity on streams, the Hot 600 and all, but I'm gonna recommend a show that is really good right now that I want you guys to go watch, because you'll be able to see my life in detail when I'm not streaming. It's on Netflix. And it might be somewhere else.
Benny Hill.
Sex education.
Breeders. Yeah, look it up. It's with the guy. It's with the guy who's with Sherlock Holmes. Who's in the
Benedict Fumblesnatch.
Yeah, his friend, who's also in Harry Potter. That guy's the main character in Breeders. It's a brand new show called Breeders.
I've just realised in all this discussion, I've just been flying in a straight lane for about 20 minutes. I think I'm lost.
Oh.
Downton Abbey is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it, every second of it. Yep.
Can you guys see your shadow?
Which British channels can you get? Is it just BBC America?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get
so.
we can get the others, through the internet, but
Acorn
Right,
TV
okay,
and Netflix.
There's a program on Channel 4 called Man Down.
Man Down, okay.
Okay, and it is just ridiculous. It's farce, but I feel like it was made about me.
All right, I'm gonna have to start making a list.
A giant idiotic child of a man.
Yeah. So let me catch up with chat. DMB Bird, who has the hot mic and with the crinkling sounds? Someone's eating
Tylenol with wings.
Someone's eating Werther's also. Someone's having chips.
Oh, back there was something like a rapper sound.
Food ASMR, I love it. For All Mankind on Apple TV, I have to check that one out. Yellowstone on I got that on a couple Peacock, and for those in America, Peacock, and then it's also on the Paramount Network. But Yellowstone,
yeah, I started watching that. I need to go back to that.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It's bad, but it's bad language, and there's some violence and some all that. So.
Well, what's new on TV?
No. Is this the airport up here?
Nope.
Yep.
Okay. Who's got the ASMR going? I wasn't even hearing the ASMR, but all the streams
I'm gonna say yes, but I don't know where I am, so whatever.
We're 10 miles west from Venice.
Benny Hill? No, not a Benny Hill fan, B2, but I will say that.
When I was 8, I was.
I will say that there was a show that was similar to his that it was like the original play prank on people show that I caught. That was a British show, but anyway. All right, let's go here. And let's land this bad boy straight in. I don't have to turn off my autopilot because it's never been on the whole time. On our longest flight of the day, why did I choose to fly a plane without an autopilot? Well, because the sim hand flies really well.
It does.
Yeah.
Also, I think he didn't know it didn't have an autopilot.
That's true too.
I would have to say in this sim, I've never been more inclined to just trim a plane and fly it on heading.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The VFR in this sim is just outstanding. I mean, it's just I was impressed. I took the Cessna 172 up around Fresno because Fresno in any other sim is never modeled, obviously, because it's Fresno. No one cares.
Yeah.
But I can pick out every landmark is there. I can find my house. I mean, it's incredible. You just feel like you're actually flying over your own hometown.
I'm gonna take off from Fresno. And I'm gonna fly.
500.
Oh, this 4Flight's talking to me. I'm gonna fly to Visalia, and I'm gonna find the Valley View Golf Course where I got a hole-in-one. I'm not kidding. My only one. Oh, this is a cool approach.
This is a cool approach.
Uh-oh, Tylenol. Uh-oh, Tylenol. Wave off.
So you guys, for your plane settings, what are you guys using? Like easy, hard, realistic?
Whatever default.
I'm using as hard as possible.
Yeah, realistic always.
Yeah, I'm the same.
What's default?
But the
simple.
Generally, the only problem I have is the AP is mental.
It's not that bad in the 930.